practical.
Hello all, I'm Portia, and today I'm going to show you how to make this headband and cowl set. I call it the Snuggly Goodness set. As you can see, it's very textured. You can't tell, but it's really soft. It's very squishy, it's stretchy, and it's basically made up of the 3D stitch and half double crochets, and you can really customize this however you like. The stitch multiple is a multiple of 4. For the cowl, I did 72, and for the headband, I did 56. And I used the Red Heart Huga Charm Starlight for this example, and the Red Heart Armor in Bliss for this example. And for the tutorial today, I'll be using Big Twist. These are all medium 4 worsted weight yarn. So if you want to go ahead and start this with me, you can make you a slip stitch and chain 1. To start this, we're going to do the foundation half double crochet. So after you chain 1, just yarn over and insert your hook into that chain 1 and pull up a loop, and then you're going to pull through 1 loop and then pull through the other 3. And this pulling through the 1 loop gives you a stitch to slide back into. So that's the 1 loop we pulled through on the previous row, or on the previous stitch. So I'm just going to pull up a loop in that. I'm going to make my next chain, and then I'll do my half double crochet. And you're really essentially, with the foundation stitches, creating that initial chain row as you are, so that's that original chain row, as you are working basically the first row at the same time. So just slide into that chain 1 from the previous stitch, chain 1 for the next stitch, and then you can go ahead and pull through all the loops. Since this is just a sample, I'm only going to chain, I'm only going to do a foundation half double crochet of we'll say 16, just so you'll have an idea of how to make the headband and the cowl. And like I said before, it's very customizable. Long as you do a multiple of 4, you can have less if maybe you want to do a child size, or more if you like a fuller, wider cowl. It's completely up to you. It'll work out the same regardless. And I am totally not counting because I am running my mouth. So bear with me here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Get your 14, 15, and 16. And then when you get to your desired width, make sure you don't have any twist in that, and just go ahead and slip to join. don't know why I always do that. There you go. And you can wait and get rid of this end later. I like to get rid of it now, that way I can crochet over it. So I'm just going to pull it through this stitch and then pull it back through this stitch. And I'm going to, oops, I lost my light behind me. That's okay. That's better anyway. Slide it through a stitch, and now it's ready for me to crochet over it. All right. So in the same stitch that you slipped into, you're going to just yarn over and half double. And then just half double down your round, and be sure that you don't accidentally add or decrease any stitches, because this is where you have a high chance of messing up your stitch counts. Okay, and then just go ahead and join with a slip stitch. Now you're ready to start the first row to get our pattern going, and you're going to basically pull up a loop in the same stitch that you slip stitched into to make a single crochet. Then go into the middle of that single crochet and pull up a loop, and then make another single crochet. This is called a stack single crochet. It's basically giving you height of your double crochet, and then you're going to add another double crochet into that same stitch. Now skip 2, 1, 2, then go into the next with a double crochet, make another double crochet, and then chain 1. In the very next stitch, make 2 more double crochets. Skip 2, 1, 2, and then you're going to go into the next stitch with 2 double crochets. And you're going to chain 1, and then to the following stitch with 2 more double crochets. You're going to skip 2, and then you're going to go into the next stitch with 2 double crochets, chain 1, and into the next stitch 2 double crochets. Skip 2, and then continue that pattern until you get to the end. I'm at the end of this sample, so I am going to put 2 double crochets into this last stitch, and I'm going to chain 1, and I will go ahead and join to the top of my stacked single crochet, And if you are getting confused on when you put a chain as you're going through this row, just remember you're going to have a skipped 2 and then you're going to have a worked 2. Skip 2 and a worked 2. On the worked 2 you always have a chain 1. On the skip 2 you skip it. There's no chain when you're skipping over 2. And after you join, you can go ahead and turn it, because this during this part of the pattern you're going to be flipping back and forth each row. This puts you right here at your chain 1 space, and you're going to go ahead and do another stacked single crochet. Again, that is pulling up a loop and making a single crochet in that chain 1 space, and then just going into the middle of that single crochet. I try to get 2 loops, it just makes it look a little neater. And then putting another single crochet here in this chain 1 space, and then you're going to go behind that next double crochet and pull up a loop. You're going to do a double crochet, and they call that the front post double because you're pushing that double crochet to the front. You're going to skip 2, and then you're going to do another front post double, and then you're going to go into the following chain 1 space with a double, a chain 1, and a double. You're going to front post double the next one, and then skip 2, front post double, into that chain 1 space. You're going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then front post double. And you're going to continue this around the row, skipping 2 and making this little building block of a front post double, a V-stitch into that chain 1 space, and the V-stitch is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then a front post double. When you come to the end of the round, you're going to find that stacked single crochet you made on the previous round, and you're going to front post on that, and then you're going to complete the V-stitch in your chain 1 space, oh my gosh, sorry, by double crochet, chain 1, and then slip stitch to the stacked single crochets. Now just go ahead and turn your work and stack a single crochet, and then front post, and at this point you can really see, you can really read your pattern. These 2 are pushed behind the work, and they're just pretty much begging you to skip them. You do not see them, leave them alone. And these 2 are kind of poked out toward you, and these are the 2 that you're going to want to put front post doubles around, and this space is just begging for a V-stitch. So at this point you can go on autopilot and then front post and V-stitch and front post. And your front and post, V-stitch, and front post, front post, V-stitch and front post. And when you come around to the end of this round, you see that stack single crochet. You're just gonna front post around it, and you're going to complete the V-stitch by doing a double crochet, chain one, and then join to the top of your stack single crochet of the previous round. And you'll just continue on repeating this row. And for the headband, I think I did four V's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got 4 ridges on the headband. And then of course you can make your headband as tall or short as you like, however you prefer it. And the same with the cowl. You can just make it as big or small height wise as you would like. Oh, sorry for hitting the camera. It's so weird trying to maneuver with this camera. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ridges on that. And like I said, you can make that as tall or short as you would like. I'm still hitting this camera, I'm so sorry. Now when you're ready to do your half double crochet border, it's 2 rounds of half double crochet, and all you're doing is skipping these chain 1 spaces and half double crocheting into each stitch. So into each stack single crochet and each double crochet and each front post double crochet, you're just half double crocheting in it, and you should have the same amount that you started with the half double crochets. And once you get back around, just slip stitch to that first half double crochet and go ahead and half double crochet into that same stitch that you joined and complete another round. And this will be your final round of half double crochets, and it should be very obvious where to half double crochet into on this round, because you're just half double crocheting into each half double crochet. And after you get back around, you're just gonna join, and you're gonna go ahead and cut your yarn. I normally will chain 2 to basically double knot it, and then I'll sew in that end. Okay. And then I chain 2 and just tug that knot down, and there you have it. A sample is done, but that is basically how you do that in a nutshell. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them in the comment section below, and I will answer those as soon as possible. And I thank you for watching. Please subscribe.